And good Saturday morning to everyone. I may have to go revisit Mr. Coffee once again to have a little bit more inspiration for today. How are you? I hope well. As we begin this day, we start on a sad note. One of my all-time favorites and one of the best that ever stood behind a microphone or recorded anything in Nashville passed away yesterday. The great Tom T. Hall has passed away, if you have not heard. And what a great singer he was. And, of course, a lot of people will remember Tom from writing Harper Valley PTA, which went on to become a movie with Barbara Eden. A huge hit, great song. But he had so many more. Ballad of $40. Do y'all remember that? Faster Horses, Younger Women, Watermelon Wine. And one of my favorites that I always liked was Homecoming. I don't know if you remember that or not, but boy, that just really told the story of how you leave home and sometimes don't come back when you need to. You ought to give that a listen today. Look that up on YouTube somewhere. One of Tom's best there ever was. But and of course, that's how I got to Memphis. He also wrote that. That's a great song, but truly an icon in country music that will be missed. So our hearts are saddened with that this morning as we wake up. Maybe you knew that, maybe you didn't, but I really liked old Tom T. So one of the legends of my childhood slowly slipping away. There's been a lot of that lately, hasn't it? Well, it is Saturday. I hope you're ready for today. We'll tell you about all that's going on. We got several hurricane things to talk about. We've also got possible severe weather in our area today, roughly 11 to 8 a.m. We'll break that down, show that on the map here in just a moment also. And as we watch the world almost unfold, has anybody been watching all this stuff with Biden? It just seems to get worse and worse each day as Afghan unfolds. Americans still trapped. He seems lost, can't answer questions, doesn't want to answer questions, and leaves the country once again, or leaves the White House, however you want to do it. He's missing in action, as the headline reads this morning. Kamala goes her way, he goes his. And the setup begins to where they will probably have him step down or have him resign, however you want to put this. They have to give him until January. And the reason being that would give, he fills out 1 year, then Kamala could fill the rest of his term and then still run 2 terms. That's what you will see. This will increasingly get worse as you reach that January mark for calls to him step down. That was the original plan all the way around, I believe. Just my thoughts, my comments. You may agree or disagree, but I don't think the man has ever known what he's doing, and I think most Americans see that on each sides of the fence now. As we also look at this, as America over the last few years, especially the last 3 to 4 years, we fight amongst ourselves over silly things of what bathroom to use, protest. And we watch this other country to where you're killed just for a belief. They want to come to America. The Taliban, they're out there. They have attacked us once. And how easy Americans forget how bad these people are. Never forget 9/11, and it seems as though there have been many that have. Do not forget that will happen again. These people want to do this every day. That's my thoughts on that this morning as you're waking up Saturday morning. So keep it in mind. Wish you luck with that. Some good mornings there. Beth Vick up today. How are you today? Connie Johns is up along with Donna Roseman. Good morning to you. Happy weekend. Bill Reinhardt joining us from the big city of DeKalb. Pat Banks, Miss LaWanda Grantham, also Robin Sullivan there from Philadelphia. I hope everything's good in the big city there. Jeremy Barnacastle is up along with Steve McKinnon. Let's see here. Also Mike Moore, Reggie McKee, Tammy Jo Pilgrim. How are you today? Appreciate that. Susan Sibley joins us. Appreciate you too also. Sandy White is up. She said she loved Tom T also. Good morning. Setting up to be okay. How are you doing there? Nick Dowell joins us along with Mike Moore. And also, let's see. Yeah, if he steps down, we are still in trouble. That is without a doubt also. There's no win in that. Mike Moore is there. Also, Joe Collins and Harvey Cleveland. How are y'all? Glad y'all are with us today. All right, let's talk a little weather as we begin this Saturday of what to expect. As I said, expect some severe weather today. As we pull up from the National Weather Service, this is the outlook today. Our high is going to reach 90. Heavier rain on the eastern side of Kemper County, that southwest corner. Not as much. It'll get some rain in eastern Lauderdale County, and you go through Winston and Noxubee. Heavier rain. As we jump up at this, we see this from on the edge of Alabama. Mostly cloudy today. Heavy rain is going to happen. That kind of throws off what Mississippi has listed there from the National Weather Service, and I'll show you the big map of where severe weather could happen, and it really contradicts that. As we look at this is the severe storms possible today. This line cuts across Clark County as we come across through Jasper, and we move in through Scott County and everything north there, including the Delta, Columbus, up through Noxapater, and all these areas in the Neshoba County area. And that's going to be mainly after lunch into probably 8 p.m. is the deadline for this. It could be a little slower, a little faster, but that is the timeline we're given at this point until they start developing. As we move across, we'll come back to that. This is the heat that is expected today. The west side of the state expecting more from Jackson northward through there. Now, we're going to get into about 98, 99 through all of this area. Not quite enough to fire off this limited risk area, but it's going to be warm still the same with the heat index. As we look at tomorrow on forward, 105, you get into the Mississippi Delta of Jackson. We're looking at 115-ish. That's going to be pretty horrific. So plan your weekend. This could go all the way through Tuesday as we look at our temperatures. All right, here's the Alabama side. They're also included this severe storms possible today as we pull that up. Now, let's go over here and pull up radar and take a look at what this really means when we talk about all of this and where it is. And let me turn this on the severe weather for today. This stretches, as you'll look at this big picture here, this is stretching from Oklahoma all the way through Arkansas, Mississippi, and Alabama, and through Georgia. Now, as we zoom in on this, I want you to see just how big this is across the swath that it comes in. Through Jackson, Mississippi, and again, right down through here, Clark County, and northward throughout the entire state there is expecting severe weather. So any of this can pop up. It could be northern. This is the southern end of it where we are. But still, we could possibly get this by this afternoon as we watch this. Tuscaloosa, y'all are involved in this all the way through Montgomery, all the way over to Columbus, Georgia. Y'all are going to be involved in all of this severe weather that is breaking out today. We'll go back to radar here in just a moment and dig into the breakdown of the other. But that severe weather, if you're planning something outside today, make sure that you're aware of everything that's going on with it. Now, the next thing that we pull up that we're watching are the hurricanes. Here's Henri that is forming and getting ready to attack New York. This will be a Category 1 by the time it makes inland. Grace has made her inland land approach as a Category 1, moving across Mexico. This is still at that 20% forming. Nothing to worry about yet, but we will watch that to make sure it doesn't go toward the Gulf. This is it, 7 a.m. this morning here, Grace moving across. As we look at the winds there across Mexico, then, we get up here to where they've got 90-mile-an-hour winds right in there. Strong as it comes ashore. Now, we move up to Henry's path, and again, this is headed toward New York, and then we'll move into Connecticut. That's the path there, sitting here, and by tomorrow afternoon on Sunday is when she will make an inland approach. We'll go back to radar in a minute. The winds are going there. Where did I read that this is about the first time in nearly 100 years that one has struck right there? That is in the path of this. So we keep our hearts, our prayers toward New York and Connecticut and these areas, New Hampshire, that aren't used to this stuff. And we'll look at it on the map in just a moment. Now, as you'll look at this gray area where we are here in Mississippi, this is northern Mississippi, this is central Mississippi, and southern Mississippi. It says normal. I didn't say that it's going to be cool. It's just normal, typically hot weather of what we've got. A little bit above average in the northern part of the state, but we are right where we normally are this time of year. Hot. As we move forward, and here's our forecast of what we've got today and as we move forward through the rest of the weekend. Today, a 50% chance of showers. This is going to hit mainly after 11 o'clock with that severe weather there. Heat index of about 98 this afternoon. We'll hit 90, 73 tonight. As we go into tomorrow, we have a slight chance of showers before 8 o'clock, then a 50% chance of showers after 1 o'clock. After church is over, the chances heat up there. Heat index tomorrow, a little bit worse. 101 is what we're expecting there on Sunday afternoon. So plan your day. Be wise about it. Monday, that temperature will jump to 95. Look at this. By Tuesday, 96. And it's not much better for the rest of the week. So we've got warm weather ahead of us as we look at this week. As we go ahead and we start into the month of September, we're hovering at 89, 90 degrees. Not much different. I would expect this to come back to about 90 as we move into that first week of September. So a lot to watch on that. Now let's go back over to radar and take a look at everything we've got going on. Let me turn off the severe weather so we can look at some of these, the rain and everything that's going on this morning. As we pull up radar, we go deep into Mississippi and not a lot going on. We've got some showers here in Alabama north of us. We dig into Mississippi and we go up here, and this is going to be southeast of Tupelo is where we got a small shower. Nothing big at all. As we move across here south of Tuscaloosa, east of Meridian, we've got showers here in central Alabama. Here's Demopolis, a few showers, and as we go down, we'll see some showers in here from Yellow Bluff to Camden, Alabama, those areas. Not bad. As we go north out of the state of Mississippi, we'll pick up some showers up there right around Huntsville. The heavier rain, we got some moderate rain occurring here around Murfreesboro. A lot of people watch there as we move up here to west of Franklin, Dixon, Tennessee. Heavy shower activity this morning with flash flood warnings and watches out in Tennessee this morning. And this is going to move right on up through here. Here's Henderson, Kentucky, this area right here in Kentucky, Smithland, Kentucky, getting a lot of rain. Light showers around Joplin, Springfield, and a lot of fog if you're out in that West Virginia area this morning. All right, this is where we are this morning. This is going to be turning back into a hurricane here in just a little bit. Setting right now, 86 miles an hour, a tropical storm, and this is Henri. Moving northwest at 7 miles an hour. By 1 o'clock this afternoon, Henri will move back into a hurricane status at wind speed of 75, gust of 92. As Henri makes its way up here, it'll be tomorrow afternoon is when we're most likely. This is Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock right here. And Henri will make its way right on inland there. Coming in, here's Brookhaven, New York. And this is Riverhead and Southold. It's coming across, and then will make its way right into Connecticut, toward Middleton, these areas here. All of this is under a warning. As it comes out, it'll hook to the right there and come back out. So keep everybody in the New York area and Connecticut area in your thoughts and prayers, because I'm not used to those storms. As you'll see here, out to the west of the storm, already had a few tornadoes pop up there, water spouts. It's going to be some serious weather move through there. As we come down here, this right before it touched down, it was a Category 1. We're Friday right there. Saturday, pretty serious weather as it comes across. Hurricanes. Now, again, we'll be watching another system form right out of here off the coast of Africa as it makes its way in. So nothing to worry about it on it just yet, but we will watch to see what happens at that. And I didn't quite, let's zoom back in on Grace of where she's sitting right now. Let me pull this in here where you can see this. Grace is sitting right here this morning with a wind speed of 90 miles an hour. That's pretty strong. That's strongest we've seen so far. Will make its way inland there. Still a Category 1 as it's making its way in. We'll downgrade later today by 1 p.m. to a gust of 70 miles an hour and 75, and then wind speed of 63. So doing some damage through there as it makes its way across Mexico. That's a brief look at weather this morning of what it is. We've got 90-degree weather expected, heat index of 98 today, so it's going to be hot. And we've got chances of severe weather here in Mississippi and on the west side of Alabama. As we'll watch this come across, I'll be here to go live at any time as this breaks out to give you street-by-street coverage, to let you know it's safe and tell you where it is. We'll watch it throughout the weekend to make sure everything's good. So hopefully you won't see me anymore today, that it's just some rain showers and nothing severe. But should the threat begin, we'll go live and tell you all about it and where it is. Thanks for dropping by this morning. I appreciate it. And as always, we'll be back with more coverage when it comes to weather with street-by-street weather right here at Scotty Ray's Weather. Thank y'all for joining me this morning. I do appreciate that, each and every one of y'all.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by